Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to maps inside Counter-Strike, there's just been some new information that surfaced regarding CSGO's current map pool, on how new ones could get added very soon, and obviously if that does happen, older ones are going to have to get removed, which would obviously affect us, the casuals, but also the professional scene, and would obviously affect the skins market as well, where collections would get removed entirely. Well, that's exactly what I want to discuss in today's video. Just in the past week, it surfaced on Twitter. We don't exactly know when, since this is more of a data mine based on recent updates and assets of recent maps. That's on Tuscan and Anubis. Valve purchased these two maps just the past couple of days, which they're not exactly brand new, but they'd be brand new to the professional scene, at least Tuscan. Anubis we've had in the game for a long time. It's starting to grow on people, and Tuscan I think also has an opportunity to. Now, many people on the internet are led to believe that mainly with Tuscan coming into the map pool, we could see something like Mirage go, which is not going to be the case whatsoever. At least that's my opinion, and that'd probably be the smart move on Valve. Today's video sponsor is Skinport. Skinport is a buying and selling marketplace for your skins and some new flashy ones you may want to pick up. They currently have over 700,000 tradable items listed on their website, and buying is as easy as the click of a few buttons, with many filters to help you find the right price and also stickers you have in mind. Skinport has exceptionally great deals, especially compared to the Steam market. We take this Karambit Doppler, for instance, which on Skinport it's listed for $932, and on top of that it's Phase 3. Versus the Steam market, you're looking at a completely different ballpark. It's Phase 1, which is arguably the worst phase for a Karambit, and it's also 1200 USD. As it goes for selling, it can't be any more fast, safe, and secure. Skinport is one of the most highly rated but also most reviewed sites on Trustpilot, with an average rating of 4.9 stars. If you sell anything over $1,000, it drops to a 6% sale fee. Once your item is sold, it goes directly to your bank account via bank transfer. If you're wanting to buy or sell some skins that you have right now to get some quick cash, Skinport is here. So I want to firstly look at how much they paid for these maps, and also some information regarding how they paid, which is probably the most interesting, but also maps that I think will get removed. We'll take a look at the most played maps, and of course some things regarding skins. So this all started from the XPaw on Twitter. He tweeted out saying a one-time payment for DE_Anubis and DE_Tuscan were purchased for $150,000 which this is the main reason why I think it was purchased a little while ago, and this is kind of old information. Since Anubis is already in the game and has been in the map pool for some time, that's my reasoning. But of course I could be wrong. They could have purchased it a little later on. Nothing some contracts that Valve make you sign can't fix. Now what's the most interesting is how they purchased these said maps. It wasn't the ordinary, here's a bunch of cash, it's in your bank account, there you go, everyone's happy. Apparently this guy, the XPaw, talked to some map makers, and what they said to him, Valve apparently asked the map makers to create a hidden skin so they can set up a workshop revenue flow. Then Valve creates payments in the item scheme, which ends up being linked to said workshop item. Pretty much a hack to pay mappers as if they submitted a skin. And the reasoning behind this, from a lot of the comments, in my thoughts, is probably for some sort of tax write-off, or so Valve in the end doesn't have to pay as much money. Because since they are buying something for themselves, the company and the game, in that sense, I guess they could probably write it off. So with that information, and since they're already in the game, Anubis is in the map pool, is Tuscan on its way or no? Now most people, including myself, are on the side of yes, it's going to go in the map pool, because why else would they have purchased it? Doesn't really make any sense why they wouldn't. Tuscan as of right now is a really underrated map. If you haven't tried it out in matchmaking, it's gonna suck if you play with a random 5-man, especially people who don't play it or don't know the map, but it's very simple. It's 3 lanes, literally. CT spawn, you can almost see T-spawn from top mid. There's a little underpass route, and I gotta say, playing it just as of recently, especially compared to when it first came out, such a great map, very underrated, definitely make you want to play Counter-Strike again, if that's your type of map. As it goes for it coming to the game, the Paris Major is just a little over a month away. After the Paris Major ends, I could see a huge update, possibly with an operation alongside Source 2, after it debuts possibly, or it just comes on its own, or something gets removed and that gets added to the game in this specific pro map pool. Now, as it goes for what map is going to get removed, well, many people have thought Mirage, because it is a really hated map since it is one of the most popular ones. Speaking of the most popular maps, let's look at those right now. This list is by the professional scene and how many matches they played on these said maps throughout last year. The casual audience is very similar, but I'll give my take of what's played a little more in the casual scene after, since I am one myself. Now, Mirage is obviously number 1, Inferno is number 2, Overpass is 3, Dust 2 is 4, Train is 5, Nuke is 6, 7 is Cash, 8 is Cobblestone, 9 is Vertigo, and 10 is Ancient. Now, according to this article, Cobblestone still finds their place in top 8, yet it hasn't even been the competitive map pool since 2018, so it was pretty popular compared to a lot of these newer maps. So Mirage for the casuals is definitely up there. Inferno is as well. Dust 2 is definitely number 3, possibly even 2. Nuke might be 3 or 4, and as it goes to the rest, it really depends what time of day you're playing. Ancient's usually always at the bottom, and as it goes for what map I think is possibly going to get removed, I'm going to say Overpass. Vertigo or Ancient, at least as of right now. I would like to see Ancient gone, but it's too new. Valve has invested, I think, a lot of money into it, so I don't think they're going to. It's the same reasoning behind why I hate Cache, especially this newer version. I'm not sure exactly what it is. The lighting, the atmosphere, the vibe of the map is just so depressing. It's so dark. And that's probably the main reason I don't like it. Ancient really isn't that bad of a map, but I'm just not really a huge fan, one of mid, but the colors is what mainly draws me away from not playing it. Vertigo's been in the game since the launch. It's had its reworks, but I think it's sadly time to go. Vertigo for me is a 50-50. It could go, it could not. People enjoy it. Vertigo's one of those maps inside CS where it's completely different from the rest. You can rotate so quickly. You can also hear everything, so you have to walk pretty much. It's a walking simulator. And Overpass, I think, also has a very good option as well to go. Though even though it is played quite a bit in the pro scene, it's a good competitive map at that level. It's also very outdated. And I think many people can agree with that and needs some sort of remake. Same thing with Mirage very soon. In my opinion, it's pretty idiotic to think that Mirage is leaving sometime soon. It's the most played. And even if it does get remade, or if it is right now, for an example, they're going to keep it in the game, if not in the pro scene. Besides Dust 2, it's one of the most known maps. The reason people hate Mirage, it's old, the same old kind of map. Everyone's extremely good on it. When you play that said map, all it comes down to is how you aim, and usually whoever has a better 5-man, or in the pro scene, a better team, whoever's playing better that day, is probably going to come out on top. But for me, watching a Mirage game and also playing is very fun. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. I know it was a little bit longer, but I wanted to voice my strong opinions on Mirage not getting removed in the map pool in general. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.